Dave West very kindly dropped in a pair of Sonodyne monitors last week, which I tried out. At first I thought they were a little bit harsh in the top end, so upper mids, but that was just because they were brand new. So I played them in, ran them in for about 15 hours playing constant music, and they sound great now. They've got this kind of chewy bottom end thing going, which I love, and very detailed all the way up from, you know, about 100 hertz all the way up. It's great for me, and the image is very good as well, so I'm very happy with them right now. I've had them for about a week and I've bought them. Well, I am the owner of a pair of Genelecs which are very similar, but I can't put my finger on anything specific. I just prefer these. I mean, I will keep, I'll have on the desk, I'll have the Sonodynes and these Proax, and I like that. I like that combination. The Proax are very, you know, you've got their paper driver. It's a different thing altogether. They're powered by a Bryston amp, all very nice. But then there's something about the Sonodynes over the Genelecs that I prefer. Just in the, you know, now they've been run in, you can make all the mixed decisions with confidence, I think, as I would generally with a speaker I trusted. As I say, you know, once you're happy with the speakers, that's half the battle. Well, I would get to know your speakers first off, so get some great sounding tracks that you love, that you know are good sounding tracks, and get used to the way they sound on your speakers, and always start with the bass drum. I always start with a kit, right. Always, and today you can, I mean, I used to do it with tape, but I would cycle around the end chorus, you know, the stuff where there's the most stuff going on, which is usually the end chorus. Start there, cycle that round and round. You can do it seamlessly now with Pro Tools, of course.
What about vocals and things? Is that something you just always brought in last on the mix?
Yeah, for me it is. I know some people don't. You know, they put the vocal in quite early, but right. I can't do that really, unless it's like something with very few things on it, like maybe an acoustic piano and vocal with, you know, a couple of extra bits and bobs. Right. You'd sort of start with the vocal, but with a, you know, like a rock track or something a bit more poppy, yep. I have to get that vocal in last, really. Sometimes, yeah. I did an album last year that was beautifully recorded in, well, around Europe a bit, but mostly in Belgium, and it was great. But it was so great, you know, the rough mixes were so fab. It was kind of difficult. Wow. It's like having a great singer and comping the vocal. You know, the crap singer might do 30 takes, but then the great singer will do 30 takes, and it's just as difficult to comp something that's like 30 takes of great stuff as, you know, the 30 takes of not so great stuff. I think you get to a certain stage with a mix, and then you can sit back and sort of really listen to it as a whole, rather than doing the work, and then you can see what can come out. But so far as putting the vocal in, I think, you know, it's all a bit of, there's a lot of, you know, sort of just intuition going on until that point, and then you can make conscious decisions after that, and tweaks and stuff like that. Well, I don't think you can become a mixer straight away. I think, you know, you have to have that grounding. I started off as T-boy, you know, tape-op engineer, jobbing engineer in studios, then around the world, and blah blah blah, and it's, you sort of end up being a mixer. I think it is kind of I don't know, it's what I like doing the most, really. I like recording drums and I like mixing the most, because they're kind of the most difficult things in a way as well. So I think you end up there because with all your combined knowledge and experience, you know what will make that track sound great. Plus, you know, if you get something that's sort of slightly lacking as a recording, you know what to do to fix that. You know what to add, what to take away, and stuff like that. It's not gonna, you can't really jump in and be a great mixer straight away, I don't think.